I had a customer call me up years ago. Cito, we just pulled our anchor up and it's got a bomb on it.
Hi, I'm Randy Vance for ICOM America's Tales from Channel 16. Today we're visiting with Captain John Ward of Cito, who has franchises that run the coast of the Panhandle of Florida to Orange Beach, Alabama, and he also has Cito operations in the Carolinas. You captain boats. I'm sure you have other captains working for you. You're sitting out on the waterway listening to your VHF radio. What are some of the unusual calls that you've taken recently on your VHF?
Oh man, last week we had a 65-foot hatteras call us, hey, Cito, we don't need some help out here. I fell asleep at the wheel and they run up on the beach here, and they literally had just bought this $1.2 million 65-foot hatteras, and the captain fell asleep on autopilot, and at 22 knots they run all the way up on the shore up there next to the fort. So,
was there any boat in the water when you got there?
No, the whole boat was up on the beach when we got there. Yes, sir. We jumped 2 sandbars, and we've had extreme moon tides up here with an extreme high and extreme low, and he hit it dead high.
Well, I don't know. That's going to be hard to top that radio call, but as we discussed your job yesterday a little bit, it seems like you had a couple more that were pretty. I wouldn't say they're probably entertaining on this end. They probably weren't very entertaining on the at the moment they happened. Tales from Channel 16 is brought to you by ICOM America, clearly the most reliable choice in professional quality marine communications, and the makers of the new ICM 510BB black box radio with 3 command mic ports and a playback and receive feature, so you never have to ask the caller to repeat again.
The best one for me, it ain't necessarily had anything to do with the service that we provide as Cito, but I had a customer call me up years ago. Cito, we just pulled our anchor up and it's got a bomb on it. And my dispatcher at the time, sitting at the radio, he stood up and he said, "Boss, this one's for you," because he didn't know what to tell this customer. When the call came in, we really thought that we misunderstood, and so we come back across and say, "Cap, can you repeat what you just said there?" He said, "We just pulled our anchor up and there's a bomb on it." So we still didn't understand why he was calling us. And I said, "Well, how far are you from the shore?" And he said, "We're right here up on, close to the shore." I said, "Well, you need to get off that boat. Damn sure don't drop that anchor again." And we'll call the Coast Guard and the Marine Patrol and get you some assistance down there, but y'all need to get to the beach. They had the bomb squad, ATF, the Air Force. This was over in Choctawhatchee Bay in Destin, and the Air Force does live fire exercises over there quite often. And turned out it was actually a live bomb. It's funny now. It wasn't real funny at the time, because when they call you like that, you kind of feel responsible for helping them. And all I could think about was, man, they're calling the wrong people. And if I say something wrong and these people get hurt, it's going to be on my conscience. So your background was before Cito, you were in the U.S. Coast Guard. What was your job there? I run the rescue boats for the Coast Guard for years, and I did everything from, obviously search and rescue, drug interdiction. In 1996, I got transferred from Montauk down to Coast Guard Alamorada at the small boat station there. And I was there from 96 to 2000. And then I went to Tampa on a 210 out of Tampa after that. Down in Alamorada, you must have run into a lot of Cuban immigrant boats. Oh yeah, we did quite a few migrant interdiction. What's the most unseaworthy craft you've plucked an immigrant off of? The craziest one, we had this guy that took 2 burlap sacks and he stuffed them full of styrofoam and he tied them together and he sat on the knot, basically with 1 burlap sack full of styrofoam up against his back and his legs rest over the top of the other one, and he's paddled his way from Cuba. And when we picked this guy up, he'd been in the water for at least 13 days. And when we pulled up on scene, he was beating the sharks away with a paddle.
Well, it sounds like it's a rewarding job.
But no, it's not work when you love it, you know, and I do love the work. I love the challenge. I like helping people. So it doesn't, there are days it feels like work, but not every day.
Well, that's the best kind of work, where it doesn't feel like work.
That's right.
Well, John, thanks so much for being with us today. I'm Randy Vance for ICOM America's Tales from Channel 16, and we're out. Tales from Channel 16 are brought to you by ICOM America, the makers of world-class VHF marine communications equipment and the official VHF radio of Boating Magazine's cover shoots.